This, my friends, is a 2019 Chevrolet Spark. One of Canada's most affordable, all new, or brand new I should say, cars you can buy because the base LS with the manual transmission starts at, $9,995. Same price as that Micra that was once the only car under $10,000. What do you get for that kind of money? Well, you get a steering wheel. No, I'm kidding. You get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, and 7-inch touchscreen, the backup camera, which is mandatory, and a few other doodads, but no AC. Nope, no AC. But you get a Wi-Fi hotspot. It's kind of funny. I don't know. From the LS, you can add the CVT, which will give you a few extra features. But the interesting trim is the LT, which starts at $14,695 with the manual transmission. You do finally get air conditioning, power windows, power door locks, cruise control, fog lights, and a few other nifty add-ons, including those lovely little 15-inch wheels. If you want the CVT, like my tester, you're looking at $1,200 more for a grand total of $15,895. There is also such a thing as the 2LT. With CVT standard, leatherette, sunroof, and a few safety features for $19,095. But if you go for that trim, you're missing the point. I think my tester actually is the one to get, or at least the one to consider. Now let's do the usual tour to get an idea of what it is we're actually looking at. So, hopefully this will work. Yes. This is the I suppose we can call it the second glove compartment. 314 liters, and I have to believe that that's the size. I went away on a trip and my carry-on luggage, a small one that fits in the overhead bin, did not fit in the trunk. There is one severe downside, but it's not a, it's not in the small print, is that the Spark is a 4-seater, it's not a 5-seater. So that can be an issue if you typically bring 3 or 4 of your closest friends on all your road trips. But believe me, there won't be much room, although it can be done if you accidentally sit on that, like I did, taking pictures on the inside. Not comfortable. Okay, so that's the handsome little dashboard. With my driving position, as always, room is adequate. Knee room, elbow room, headroom, everything kind of fits. So you wouldn't want to be 3 abreast back here anyhow. The better seat in the house is obviously that of the front passengers. Door handles. All right. Now we're talking about space. You can actually see all of it. This is roomy. This is like a 2+2 more than anything else. I gotta get the key in my pocket. There we go. An actual key. All right, so we start her up. Here's your 7-inch screen. Oh, I'm shaking it. All right, let's turn her down. Okay, with Chevy Infotainment, which works beautifully well. Very responsive, there we go. I mean, it's actually slow-ish right now, but that's the first time I noticed that it takes a little while to load up. There was your sign for your Wi-Fi, the home page, your apps, OnStar, obviously. Gauges are very simple, straightforward. You don't have that many options, or any at all. But storage is good down here. Cup holder, a little more storage. Oh, and my LT has folding armrest. And that's it. Yeah, power windows, power door locks, and power outside heated mirrors. That's it. That really is it. But the thing is that it's so much more than just it. I mean, I love the way this car looks. And let's just do a final walk around. I love the faux little chrome touches, the big oversized headlights with the halogen projectors, because those are halogen lights. The grille is nice, the wheels are cute. I don't know, and you know what? Why I'm really excited is that these cars are actually better to drive than you could ever possibly imagine. So let's do it. New word for today, irrevocably love driving these small cars. I don't care which one, Accent, Rio, Mazda 2, Smart 4 2, Spark, Micra, soft spot in my heart for the Micra. The reason is actually simple. Is because, and I don't care how experienced you are as an auto journalist, how many thousands of cars you've driven, how many decades you've been in it, these cars always surprise. They do, because we take for granted what they are. Not we take for granted, but we purposefully set them aside, move them out of our minds and concentrate more on, I don't know, Nissan GTR, Mustang GTs and stuff like that, but honestly, nothing in the world pleases me more than flying by a Mustang GT, passing them in my little tiny subcompact Chevy Spark, which I've actually done a couple days ago. Well, some of my favorite stories involve a smart 4.2 first gen diesel with a 3-cylinder engine whizzing by flat out 125 kilometers an hour, bouncing off. Anyway, so no autocritic will ever admit that, they're always impressed by these cars. But I will, because I'm dumb. It's not about the performance, it's about the car, its agility, nimbleness, reactiveness, right? This thing only weighs, with the CVT, about 1050 kilos, which works out to about under 2,300 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And that's not engineered into, it's just a direct result of the sum of its parts. Now, it's not a fast car, but, well, 4-cylinder, 1.4-liter Ecotec engine, which puts out a 98 horsepower at 6,200 RPM. 94 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. But okay, so that wasn't very impressive at all. But the important thing is, okay, the CVT in this car actually has makeshift shifts. It'll do a fake kick down. It works really well. Honestly, I would have liked to try it with the manual gearbox, but I mean, however few actually are sold every year, or the majority are equipped with CVT, so it makes sense that that's what I'm driving right now. So the performance is okay, but the best part is how it drives. It's completely nuts. Okay, so it's an independent suspension up front. It's got a torsion beam or a compound crank rear suspension. So it's about as basic as it gets, or just about. But the ride quality is good. This car is comfortable, easily soaks up the road's nastiness. There ain't a rattle to be heard. It feels poised, refined. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It feels more comfortable and smoother than my G23 series that I'm driving this week as well. That's the most surprising part. But I've noticed this. I've experienced it in other subcompact little creatures such as this. The brakes are discs up front, drums in the back, but I mean, again, weight being the normal enemy and speed and all that, well, this thing doesn't do speed per se, and it doesn't weigh anything. Drums are much less expensive to maintain, and overall, if I'm not mistaken, typically weigh less. So it's all part of the plan. But the major shortcoming, shortfall, downfall, be it whatever you want to call it, is this thing is not good on gas. No. On average, you'll average about 7 liters per 100 kilometers. And do about 8 in the city. That's bad. As most compact cars and many mid-size cars will give you equal fuel economy numbers. Now, that is absolutely tragic for this car. And I'm talking about like compact all-wheel drive station wagons, which weigh a heck of a lot more than this, will consume at the worst 10-15% more than this thing. at best will equal it, maybe even do better. So the takeaway is I love the Spark. It looks really good. It drives fantastically well. Stay away from a top line 2LT because that is a $20,000 investment that will disappear like that. This, 1LT with the CVT for just under 16K, that kind of makes sense. However, if you're buying it for fuel economy, don't. Nope. Because for a very little more money, you can probably get, Honda Civic, for example, or even a Toyota Corolla, which will do better than this fuel economy wise. And it's, again, between you and I, it's more a car, especially in my opinion in the Corolla's case. The bottom line, I love this thing. Absolutely love this thing.